So once you go to the showroom and ask about the bike, you'll just walk into the showroom and you will ask the manager that I wanted to make a video on your bike. So that definitely they'll reject you because they don't know about you. And when you start your YouTube journey, your followers will be very less, like 100, 200, 300. So they will be like, you don't have more followers, and we don't know what you say about the product. If you portray the video in a wrong way, our sales will go down. So this is what they think actually.
True.
So this is the truth, what is happening in there. So even now people are starting also, this is the problem they face.
Hello and welcome, guys. Today we have a very well-known YouTuber, Mr. Ravi Kiran Kasturi from Hyderabad, famously known for his automobile reviews. So thank you so much for being on the podcast
First of
today.
all, thank you so much for the projectyou for inviting me here. It's been a great thing for me. I think this is one of my best day because I have been here for an interview.
Okay. So tell us more about yourself. How did your journey start? Why did you start YouTube?
So basically, yeah, I'm from Adilabad. My hometown is Adilabad.
Okay.
My name is Ravi Kiran Kasturi, and my father is a deputy state tax officer.
Okay.
My mother is a homemaker. She has done Hindi Pandit, but she is a homemaker now.
Okay.
So I'm the only child.
Okay.
So I have completed my education in 2014 as in mechanical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So after mechanical engineering, I was trying for masters in the USA. So I got the seat, but due to some situations, I couldn't pursue that.
Yeah.
So later on, what happened? This YouTube has become some trend,
Okay.
like to showcase your talent.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point of time, I started making videos, and there is a journey also.
Okay.
So what happened is basically I am a person who likes bikes and cars from childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see bikes and cars like toys, I used to go to the shop and buy. So that thing came around all the years.
Mm-hmm.
So in my engineering time, I bought a Honda CBR 250R.
Okay.
That
That
is
was
one
one of the
the-
first fared bikes that we
Yeah,
got.
that is one of the best bikes ever made. So I love the bike. I used it for 5 years. Then I wanted to upgrade the bike. So before upgrading the bike, my plan was to go to USA.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that plan got cancelled, and I have to stay back in India.
Mm-hmm.
So then I thought I'll get my big bike so that I can ride, I can do something. Till then, I don't have anything in my mind that there is a YouTube, we can make videos, we can tell about the bike. I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
And even I don't know about the riding culture also.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2014, when like I was traveling to my hometown is Adilabad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is like 300 kilometers from Hyderabad.
Okay.
So when I used to travel, I used to see some Harley Davidson bikes on the road.
Okay.
So only Harley Davidson is the company who made rides in those days.
Yeah.
So when I saw them, they were like in full gears. They were wearing full riding gears. They were riding properly. They're maintaining their good pace. One was a lead, one was a sweep. Cameras were recording. So I got fascinated with it. Why not I buy this kind of bike? Then I started looking for big bikes.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, my budget was like around 5 to 6 lakhs was my budget. So in that budget, I have purchased Harley Davidson XG750 Custom. So I used it for 6 months.
Okay.
After 6 months, what happened? That bike was not suitable for me, to be frank. So that is what when I realized after 6 months. Then I started, I was getting into a bad mode. This is not for me because before I was using the sports bike, and afterwards I came to a cruiser.
Yeah.
So that riding posture itself, it is not fitting me.
Okay.
So then I thought of selling it.
Mm.
Again, this thing comes into mind, budget.
Yeah.
I kept 6 lakhs for the bike, and I have to, if I sell it right now, even I don't get that much of amount. Buying it and selling it, it's a waste of money.
Correct.
So I made a mistake. Even I know something about the bikes. At that point of time, I have little knowledge, but yeah, I was not happy with it. Then I realized that even I know something about the bikes, and I have committed a mistake of choosing a wrong bike. So, like me, there are so many people out there in the market. They are also considering the same thing. If my friend buys a Pulsar, another one also wants to buy a Pulsar.
Right.
So this is what happening in the real world. So they don't know what kind of bike they want. So then I started thinking, why not I make a video or else any story or post saying about this. Then I started buying cameras, and that's how my journey started.
Okay.
This was the beginning of my YouTube.
So before that, you hadn't made any videos.
No, no.
No videos
Even
at all.
yeah, after joining the Harley Davidson community, I rode it for like 4 years, like 2015 to 2019.
Okay.
So after 2019, I have started YouTube in 2019 December, I guess, November,
Yeah.
December, I guess. So then I have started.
That was
I
around
learned
the
about this riding culture, the riding groups, how you have to ride, and what precautions you have to take. So this all I have learned through the riding brothers. So they were all elder to me. I learned so many things from them. Before then, if I have to say, I know nothing about it.
okay.
But once I mingle with them, I rode with them, I had conversations with them, then I got to know few things which I don't know.
So 2019 was around the time even I started watching your videos. The first video of yours that I watched was the Honda CB 650R, the naked.
Ha.
You shot it somewhere near KBR Park, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the time when I was actually looking to buy a mid-size bike.
Okay.
And I don't think anyone was making any videos about that bike in particular from Hyderabad. So tell us, in the beginning when you were just starting and people didn't know you, how easy was it to approach a showroom and tell them, look, I want to take a bike and make a review on that?
This is one of the difficult tasks in a auto journalist field.
Okay.
Because first of all, you will be an unknown person to the showroom people.
Yes.
So once you go to the showroom and ask about the bike, you'll just walk into the showroom and you will ask the manager that I wanted to make a video on your bike. So that definitely they'll reject you because they don't know about you. And when you start your YouTube journey, your followers will be very less, like 100, 200, 300. So they will be like, you don't have more followers, and we don't know what you say about the product. If you portray the video in a wrong way, our sales will go down. So this is what they think actually.
True.
So this is the truth, what is happening in there. So even now people are starting also, this is the problem they face. So first we have to request them. We have to tell about the bike. Instead of them, we have to tell about the bike. So this is the bike, and this is how it will be. So I wanted to test ride it. I wanted to make a presentation on it. First, you should never say I wanted to make a review. If you want to make a review, you should be a pro.
Correct.
Because you need to be riding different bikes, like multiple bikes you have to ride. You have to understand each and every bike, like what is there in that bike, what is there in this, and you have to compare. Then after you can make a review. So first of all, if you approach any dealership, you have to say I wanted to make a presentation on it. So then some people might accept, some people will not accept. So that time you have one opportunity, that you can pick your friend's bike. You can pick your friend's bike, you can make a video on it, and you can show that video to them. So this is how I made the video. And I wanted to do the same presentation on your vehicle. So if they agrees, then definitely you can do. So starting, I faced so many problems. I went to the dealerships, they rejected me so many times. Even I got dismowed. Those things, so many happened. It actually discouraged me.
Yeah.
I wanted to start it, but they're not providing me. So what I wanted, they're not providing me. So what can I do? How much should I beg? But if you want to do something, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Starting phase you have to do that, but so many people will lose their patience and they'll step back.
Yeah.
So nowadays YouTube has become a trend where you can showcase your talent. Even if you want to show your talent also, people will not accept that.
Mm.
So once you start it, you face a lot of hurdles, you face a lot of bad comments, negativity, so they step back. So this is what is happening. People are starting and they're coming back.
Yeah. So how do you personally deal with all the negativity? Because when you put yourself out there on social media, you are exposing yourself to everything, good, bad, ugly, and people feel like they have the right to comment and say anything about you,
Yes.
which is not in your control. Eventually, it can be very shocking and hurtful. So how did you deal with all of that, and how do you still continue to deal with all of that?
See, one thing, when you post a video, definitely there is a positive side, there is a negative side. If you receive positive comments, you will feel happy. If you get 10 positive comments and one negative comment, you will stick with that one negative comment only. So that is a human tendency, like what people really think. So at that point of time, you feel discouraged, as I said before, and you wanted to step back. So that's where you have to take a step forward. This is not my time right now. Like I have a scope for like 2 to 3 years. My goal is like 2 to 3 years of time. I wanted to try like this. After 2 to 3 years, what happens? Let's see. So you have to take that time. So till that time, you have to bear all these consequences. So even I did the same. So many people commented, negative commented, what do you know about the bike you are doing? We also know the bike spec sheets. So we can also understand that what you are saying. See, coming in front of the cameras and telling is a big thing.
Yeah.
You should have that courage to speak in front of the camera. Even when I started my first video, even I couldn't face the camera.
Yeah.
Like I used to give background score, like music, that kind of thing. Now I completely stopped using music in my videos. Now my videos are into pure words. Now people like my, talking style.
Yeah.
So the way I explain, people love it.
Yeah.
So that's what I made my people, like my followers, to be with me.
So exactly. So for your followers to actually like what you're talking and you to maintain that kind of viewership, tell me, how do you try to figure out? Because see, here you are in front of the camera, you speak to them.
Yes.
They don't come in front of the camera and speak to you, right?
Yes.
So how do you figure out their pulse of what they are liking about you, what they are not liking about you?
See, one thing, always you have to be correct in your way.
Okay.
I mean, what you are telling should satisfy you. The way you speak, the way you portray in the video should satisfy the people. So always we have to keep the people in the mind and do the video, not the company.
Okay.
Every product has positives and negatives. The same way with the humans also. There is a positive side, there is a negative side. But you have to tell about the positives and there will be negatives, na? So you have to make them understand how you can, make it positive. So, for example, if I say you have an adventure bike, so that bike is suitable for tall persons. So short persons cannot ride it. So what we can say, short persons can access the bike if you use boots, high heel boots. If you have riding skills with like basic segment bikes, if you have riding skills, then definitely you can ride that bike. So in that way you can tell them. But you cannot directly say this is not for short people, this is not for tall people. So in that way you cannot say. So you have to make them understand how to choose a vehicle.
Okay. And tell us, how do you prepare? Like, for example, recently when we spoke last, you were going for the Triumph Scrambler 400 ride. So first tell me, after reaching how many subscribers or after reaching what number do these brands actually invite you? Because initially you told me you would go and they would reject.
Yes.
Now they are inviting you.
Yes.
So that is like a huge growth cycle for you.
Yes.
So at what stage did they start recognizing you and start inviting you?
So when I started my journey, I started in 2019. It's been like 4 years now. So from the last year, like from the third year, I'm getting this media invitations.
Okay.
So first, my first like media ride was with Royal Enfield. When my subscriber base was 20,000 followers, Royal Enfield contacted me and they wanted to make a video with me. So that was my first thing, and that day I was so happy that Royal Enfield has reached out to me and they gave the bike to me. I kept it at my home. I was looking at it. I was studying about the bike, and I made a video. So after then, I started doing with all the brands,
Okay.
not only particular brand but everything. Now I'm into cars also.
Okay.
I'm not only into bikes, I'm into cars also. So that's how I started, and still it's going on.
So now tell us, how do you prepare? Like now you had to go for the Triumph ride, which wasn't in Hyderabad. They invited, so you have to like fly to wherever they're going, recce over there. They'll explain about the bike, then you use the bike, then you make all the content with it. So tell us, how do you prepare for that?
See, this is a tricky question actually. So when media rights happen, so usually they send an invite and they call us to the event place. Okay. So we go there. First, we'll see the product. They'll present their vehicle and they'll tell what has changed in it. If there is any facelift, they'll only tell you the changes. If it's a new product, they'll explain you everything.
Okay.
So now after the presentation, the next day will be the ride. So there are now two types of people again.
Okay.
Here. So one is that you see the product and make a video instantly and post it in the YouTube. So if you do that, you will get more views and more revenue. But if you post it later, you will get less views, less revenue, but you will reach to audience.
Okay.
This is what will happen.
It will be more authentic.
So what when it comes to my turn, first I ride it. First I ride it for 3 to 4 hours. I totally experience the bike in my way. Like
Then you don't record anything.
No, I don't record anything. So when the suppose if the ride starts at 6 a.m. So from 6 to 10 a.m. I continuously ride the bike. I understand the bike, how the bike is. According to my riding style, I ride the bike. So I'll understand everything. Then I have my checklist.
Okay.
The tires, the brakes, the suspension, the engine power, the torque, and however the speed, stability. So these all things I'll check and I'll make a detailed review.
Okay.
And after that, I'll post a ride review as well. So many people say that why can't you post review like product presentation and ride review in a single video? If I see, if there is a product, the product needs to be told in a complete this thing.
Picture,
Yeah, it should be in a complete way. If I'm suppose if you are filming in a camera, if I have to tell about the camera, I can tell about like 10 minutes. Does it complete? No. It will take more than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So the only detailed review will only takes me around 15 to 20 minutes. And the ride review will be again 15 to 20 minutes.
They won't watch for 30 minutes.
They won't watch that. So if you watch that full video, then only you will understand the full bike. So people will not have that much of patience.
Oh.
So that's where, if a video has less watch time, that video goes little high, like you'll get more views.
Okay.
If your video is more like you have more watch time, then the video views will be little less.
Oh.
So when it comes to my thing, I don't follow that because my audience know what I am trying to say. So in the beginning of the video also I'll say, you watch the video till the end if you want to buy. Or if you want to just watch the ride video, then definitely the next video is coming to come. So you can watch that video.
Oh.
So there are 2 videos I'm going to make per each and every vehicle. So that's how I deal with this.
Okay.
So once I test it, then I make a review, then I'll do a ride review according to the review, according to my review which I have given. So that is how it is.
So a lot of people who will be watching this are young subscribers. They will want to probably get into YouTube because even they like cars and bikes like us. So for their understanding, please explain until what level do they have to patiently keep working till they start getting some form of income from YouTube, and then after that, how can they generate more sources of income through YouTube? Maybe like sponsorships or promotions or whatever.
So when a person firstly they start the YouTube, uh, followers doesn't come. Even your friends also doesn't follow you. To be fact, I'm telling the truth actually. You have a lot of friends around you. They'll just subscribe it, but they doesn't watch. But YouTube what looks into it is watch time.
Yeah.
How much the time people are spending on your video. So that actually depends on your your revenue. That depends on your watch time. So if a person starts now making videos, you have to do the video continuously. You have to upload a video daily till 1 year, 2 years. So no one will have that much of patience
Yeah.
because you'll get some pressure from the family, neighbors.
You will also run out of patience.
You run out of patience, and there you step back. But you have to take all of that. There is so much of negativity in the society right now, so people don't encourage. In personally, if you come to my case, there are my friends who said, "Arey, why you are doing videos? Instead, you can go for like software job. You can earn a lot of money." They said like that. They were like criticizing me in some cases. Even back bitching. They actually does. But when you hear that, you completely get depressed, and at one point of time you feel like quitting it.
Yeah.
Once that gets into your mind, and you don't get some motivational support from your parents or any one of your well-wisher, then you are going to step back. So that step itself is a main point where you have to take a step forward. So once you take it forward, then you have to keep on going continuously. There is no stopping in between, because automobile industry now it's in a booming stage. Daily there is one vehicle it's launching. So in future there will be more lot of vehicles coming up. So there is a scope in the automobile industry, but you should have a lot of patience and you should be good to the people. So never say wrong to the people. Be good, be nice to the people. So then only you can go forward. You have to deal with the managers, showroom dealership persons nicely so that they can assist you. If you treat them in a wrong way, then definitely they are going to reject you. Even they might say to other companies also that you don't give vehicles to him.
Makes
So that is one case happened with me also.
Okay. So like you were just saying about the behavior that you have to maintain, then relations you have to maintain. So some story about that.
Yeah. So I think back in 2021, I have visited a dealership. I don't want to mention the brand name. So when I went there, I asked about the bike. I wanted to make a review on this. So they said like, we have one other person who is making videos for us, so we don't wanted to give it to you.
Okay.
Then I was like, why? So they don't want to answer also.
Okay.
So they want a person, like they wanted to stick to only one person. Like it's kind of a politics kind of thing. So this will run in every field.
Industry, yeah.
So when that thing happened, okay, I left it. I went to other dealership and I made a video. And after I think 1.5 year, the person itself, he called me as a chief guest to launch a bike.
Okay.
So that was one of my greatest moment in my life. The person who rejected me called me as a chief guest to launch it.
Nice. So how do you differentiate on how much and what kind of review to do? For example, Royal Enfield, they have 350, 500 cc bikes, right? When you review that, in comparison to you reviewing a liter class bike, the audience will be different.
Yes.
Right? To a certain extent, there'll be a blend of both the audience, but the buying audience will be different for both.
Yes.
right? So in that, the way you record, the kind of checkpoints you keep and all, is there any difference?
There is a lot of difference in that.
Okay.
When coming to the YouTube, who people watch these videos, the segment 150cc segment to 350 segment, more people watch this.
Yeah.
Superbike content, only few like limited set of people only watch the superbike videos, but more views come from the basic segment only,
Yeah.
150 to 350.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to make a review about Royal Enfield, as you said now, so I have to keep so many things in my mind. Like even I have to consider the service thing also. So why should he buy a Royal Enfield? Because the brand itself showing that name, or else the bike has something special in it when compared with the 160cc. Because Royal Enfield 350cc gives the same power as a 160 to 180cc segment bike, but there is a difference in the torque. The torque makes a difference. So when you want to overtake, what do you want? You want the torque, not the power. So if you want to go speed, then you need power, not the torque. So Royal Enfield doesn't go like it doesn't do top speeds, but the basic 150 200cc segment bikes, they go up to 130 140 speeds. Even they handle that speeds, but these bikes cannot. So you have to keep that points in the mind and make a video. So there is a lot of key points in it that we have to consider. We have to make people understand. So what you are actually looking into it.
Okay.
You want a bike for the brand sake, or what is your purpose? You wanted to just take the bike from your home to your office. That's it. Or else you wanted to roam in the city, or else you want to take the bike into the highway. So you have to keep all these points in your mind and make a video. So if I wanted to make a video of this 350cc segment and a superbike segment, 350cc segment video takes more time than superbike, because if I have to say about the later class bikes, there is a lot of things like technology. If I explain the technology, people will get bored. People don't watch that. So end of the day, what people want, the people want the price. Mainly the budget itself plays the game here.
Yeah.
So I have a budget of 2 lakhs. Which bike I have to buy? In the 2 lakh segment, you are getting Royal Enfield, you are getting Pulsars, Apaches, everything. Which one I have to buy?
Yeah.
So there is a lot of confusion in this. So I am here to differentiate that. So this is for the people who are looking for it, and this is for this thing.
Okay.
So this is how I differentiate.
Now, so after you do all of this, you have a loyal subscriber base and all of that. Now, for all of those people and even for our subscribers, just to make them understand, what is your actual camera setup and your vlogging setup like?
Previously, when I started this YouTube, I was using GoPro.
Okay.
I never use mobile camera.
Okay.
I never use, because mobile camera doesn't do justice. GoPros are actually good. In the initial stages, when I started with GoPro Hero 5,
Okay.
I had a separate setup for that. I used to do your videos. Then later on, I kept on updating, and now currently I'm using DJI Pocket 2.
Okay.
So that is my daily camera. So it has
You
wireless
vlog
mic.
as well as moto vlog on that.
For the motor vlog, I use GoPro Hero 10. For the regular product presentation, I use DJI Pocket 2. So it has wireless mic. So mic actually plays a major role here, because if your voice is not that clear, then people are not going to take it. Even though you have cinematic shots in it, people will not take it.
So as the quality of the content that you put out gets better, that much more audience retention you get, is what you're trying to say.
No, you have to maintain quality as well as the way you present, the way you speak.
Okay.
That should make sense. Even if I don't have my regular camera, if I tell in my mobile also, people will accept it because of my words. So that's what I made in my channel. I have like few thousands of views in my like upcoming videos, but people know like what I'm trying to say. So people know that. So quality also matters, but you should be true to the people.
Yeah. So how does the brand collaboration work? Like you told, your first collaboration was with Royal Enfield, right? So for example, say any XYZ brand approaches you. How does that collaboration work? How does it benefit you and how does it benefit the brand?
When a brand approaches us, so basically what they do, they give us a vehicle. So they give us a vehicle and then give you like 1 day or 2 days of time. So they'll tell you to make a video on it. You make a video and post it in your channel. So here what I'm getting is I'm getting a bike without I'm approaching any brand. So I'm getting it from their side. So the bike will be with me. I can take out my time. I can make a video and I can post it. So it is benefiting in my channel, like as I'm posting in the video, and obviously they are getting their product promoted in my channel. So because other viewers are watching it. So this is how the collaboration
It's like a
works.
barter. They give you
The barter
content
things,
and
yeah.
you give them more presence. Now, apart from that, what other sources of income as a YouTuber can you create for yourself? Not just in this industry, in general, as a YouTuber.
See, one thing, YouTube itself is a business. It's a freelancing platform where you showcase your talent. You can do multiple things also. You can promote the products. You have to promote the products in a good way. Either you do the product presentation, but never cheat the people. There are some things happening, trading kind of things. I don't have to say that, but who knows how to do that should step into it. Trading collaborations pay you a lot,
Okay.
more than your YouTube revenue.
Okay.
But if a person really knows how to do trading, then definitely he can earn money. But if a person doesn't know, and if I tell, I got this money, this much from the trading this app, and if I show that to the people, people will get that, we can also try that trading and I'll also get that money. Once he loses the money, he will just put bad words on me.
Yeah.
He'll just scold me. Oh, this fellow said trading gives you money and I have lost all my money. I have listened to your words. You're like this, you're like this. So that thing shouldn't happen. You have to be very specific about it. You have to tell clearly, if you know this thing, do it, or else no. So that's how you should do the collaboration. Some companies also send you some products. So you do the product presentation. But end of the day, purchasing is their choice. So you need to be a little bit careful about the product presentations. They pay money for that, but not every company, only few.
Okay.
Or else they send the products. They'll tell us to use for a couple of days and you share your experience. So that thing we can do. But you have to tell in a proper way, like how people can take it.
So it's not as easy as it looks for the
No,
viewers.
it's
You have
not
to be
at all
very
easy.
careful.
It's not at all easy. It's a difficult task. Even if someone approaches me and they want to do a brand collaborations, they will put some restrictions. And I have to tell my thing also.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do the presentation in this way. So if you are okay with it, then only I'll do. If they don't, we'll just reject it. So if you look into the money aspect, you'll lose your audience. You'll lose respect in your audience, because end of the day, your videos are being watched by your viewers itself.
Yeah.
So you never have to cheat your people. So once you started cheating people, definitely one day they will know that,
Then you will.
and that day your fall starts.
Yeah. So, what do you personally enjoy reviewing more, cars or bikes?
Basically both. Basically I'm a fastest time-lapse racer for BMW and Mini.
Okay.
But I like bikes as well.
Okay.
So cars I'm doing it, but I have done bike reviews so many.
Oh.
Like I have done almost 120 plus of different two-wheelers.
Okay.
So bikes I have done so many, and cars also I'm doing it.
Okay. Nice. So, what is the YouTuber community like when it comes to automobiles? Are all the creators supportive, or there is negativity, or there is a divide, or what is it like?
Off the camera, we are like friends.
Okay.
But when the camera starts rolling, everyone are different.
Okay.
So you are a different person, I am different person. You do your work, I am do my work. So
No, but is there any kind of negativity or anything, or no, or it's just healthy competition?
there will be negativity,
Okay.
but you have to accept it. Just you have to leave it. That's it.
Okay.
Once you leave it and you put on going it, then only you can proceed in your this thing.
Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the podcast and sharing so much of your journey with us. Now, one thing, what would you take away from this whole experience of doing the podcast? I'm hoping this is the first podcast you've ever done, right?
Yeah, this is
So,
first podcast.
what would you take back with you as a learning or as an experience or anything?
First of all, I should be thankful to you.
You don't have to be.
Feeling really grateful to be here because see, before telling me, I wanted to ask you one question. What made you to call me here?
So I thought I'll tell the story, but then I cut it then. When your video had come out, that was the time when I was actually looking to purchase my first bike.
Okay.
And I just typed Honda CBR and Trident was coming out then. Trident. I typed that and all of that. And in the first 2-3 hits only, your video was coming.
Okay.
And I watched it. And I'm not very fluent with Telugu. I understand, but when I have to speak, then it's all messed up. So I watched and I was very inclined towards the Honda, even though in your video, I understood that the bike isn't for what I'm looking for. Because inline fours are not my style. It is,
Okay.
you have to rev it too much. You can't use it in city as much. And it's a sleeper vehicle, you can say.
Yes.
So, but I like the looks of it. So your video was one of the videos that actually helped me decide, okay, this bike is not for me. It might be for someone else. And then I forgot. And then after that, very randomly on Instagram and YouTube, your videos would still pop up. And I used to wonder, I've seen this guy somewhere. And then now recently again, now finally when I bought my bike and I was looking at the people in the community, I saw you. And you still wear those same style of glasses.
Yes.
It struck me, this is the same guy whose videos I had watched. And I was actually making a vlog of mine and I happened to be in the same KBR parking lot. It reminded me of you and that's when I contacted you.
Oh, really great. Nice to hear that. So this is what I've started my journey. So my videos has to help other people in making their decisions, like taking purchase decisions correctly. I love doing videos. I love making reviews. If I work day and night also, I don't get strained. I work like, making a video is not an easy task. You have to approach the brand, you have to take the vehicle, you have to select the shoot location, you have to shoot, you have to edit. So everything is done by me. So there is no team for me. I'm a solo creator. So everything is done by me. It is a huge thing. You have to face a lot of things, and I've been far from my family. Even I don't get some time to spend some time with my family also. So I'm sacrificing so many things. The end result should be good. I guess in future I should be something. I should be special.
True.
Even sometimes I feel grateful because the manufacturers itself are calling me for testing, right?
Yeah.
So I really feel grateful about it. So when I started, I didn't really expect this thing, but now as days are passing away, I'm feeling good.
Nice. So thank you again for being on our podcast.
Thank you so
and guys,
much.
if you like this video and you feel it is going to help any of your friends or family, then please do share, and otherwise like, comment and subscribe to our channel.
projectyou ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. ఇలాంటి వీడియోస్ చాలా చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. అండ్ థ్యాంక్ యూ ఫుజు గారు, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్, అండ్ projectyou టీమ్.